Hello, everybody. This is your angelic guidance for this week from today, the 13th of April, until the 19th of April. Here in South Africa, we're going to go into our third week of lockdown, which has been extended for another 2 weeks. It's actually very sad to see that a lot of people aren't adhering to this and still going out and convening in groups, large groups. I saw some Easter churchgoers, large groups convening together. And although it's understandable, it's for their religious purposes, it's also very sad that people aren't taking this time, which are being given to them, to just be with themselves and to gain inner wisdom. You will see a lot of people rejecting this, rejecting the time alone. A lot of people can't cope with this time alone and they struggle to be with themselves, which are actually very important. The people that have done the preparations after the last couple of years, that have committed to being strong within the self, aren't struggling as much as those who still live on the outside, who wants everything to be shown from the outside, who needs the acknowledgement from the outside world. And this is where social media is also a bit of a difficulty because people still ignore being with themselves, spending time alone. Although social media is also very good for bringing people together and supporting each other. Just be aware of what you spread on social media and wherever you are, in the shops, when you go to buy food or whatever, to be the example. And I'm not saying the example of fear, but the example of love and compassion and understanding. This is a week, as I've drawn this card, Raziel is a card for rebirth. Archangel Raziel is the angel which is helping us to go through this rebirth. So it will be good this week to connect to Archangel Raziel and to ask for confirmation of what you need to do while being on your own and how to spend your time and energy. It is a good week to be with people, and if you aren't alone in the house, it's a good idea to spend quality time with the people around you, because I still talk to telephonic clients and online clients, and I notice that a lot of them are in the house with other people, but they don't actually spend time together. So be very aware of where your head is. If you're trying to keep yourself busy with all kinds of things and you don't spend the time as you can and with your loved ones as well. Try cooking together. We are being forced to cook for ourselves. It's actually so wonderful. It's so wonderful for me to plan ahead, to not waste anything. I've got much more time to do what I need to do, although I'm busy with cleaning house all the time. I'm sure all of you are experiencing that. Just make sure that you take time, and even if you are busy cleaning, make it a meditative time to be aware of yourself. I also see a lot of people becoming irritated. I see some of the neighbors becoming irritated, even with my wolves howling. People aren't used to being at home. So just relax into it and see how you show up this week, how you are an example of this change happening. You don't need to overthink much. It's not about putting it into sentences or creating a paragraph of this is how it's supposed to be. It's about that constant awareness of where you are and who you are. And at this stage, it's almost weird. We're going through weird things that you only see in the movies. So how do you create your world? What do you believe for your world, for yourself? This is a week to be very creative, so try and spend time in your garden or painting, being creative in any way, even with food, or the way that you communicate to the people that you do connect to online or in your house. And commit to beauty. How do you radiate beauty? How do you acknowledge beauty? The beauty of nature around you, your pets, the people around you, and what they bring to your world. This is a very important week for acknowledging that. and a week to be calm and relaxed within yourself. Obviously, there are people that's still going to work, and obviously, there are still people working from home. So, even while doing that, just be with the change in the world, be with how you are showing up in the world right now. You will also see this week more changes coming, and the more you relax into beingness, the more you'll prepare for the action time that will be coming with the new ideas. We cannot receive new ideas and new inspiration if our minds are constantly busy. And you will notice that even if you do spend quiet time, your mind might be on its own path and just continuing. I've seen in the sleeping patterns as well, because we don't get as much exercise or eat as healthfully, you may struggle to relax the mind and to be able to sleep properly. But if you do the meditations and whatever it takes to relax you, the exercise, eating healthily, you will see very interesting dreams of guidance coming through. And I've heard that from a lot of my clients, that it's happening now. And also for myself, these very vivid dreams that are part of the guidance that we are receiving. Please be aware of fears also popping up still. If you have fears and worries that keeps coming up, it means that you haven't dealt with what you need to end off before your rebirth. And because this is such a great time for rebirth on the whole planet, please be aware of what you need to let go within yourself, and which fears you are still clinging to, and which worries, even if they are not present in your life right now. Remember, this is a time where the pause button has been pressed by the universe. We are allowed a time out. We are allowed a time of thinking in a different way, relaxing. And you all will know that even if you go away on holiday, you sort of need to decide that you want to relax and to train yourself to relax and not keep yourself busy with all kinds of things that the body doesn't feel it's relaxing. And because there are so many changes happening on so many different levels and a lot of subtle changes that we can't see right now, the body is under strain. And that is why it's so important to commit to doing something for yourself, even if it's walking around the house or committing to yoga or meditation. This is a very important platform for you to start relaxing and releasing the stress so that you can go into a proper and beautiful rebirth of who you are and who you are in this world, and the new world that is coming up for us all. We don't know what's going to happen, and we don't know where we're going, and this is why surrender is so important. But remember, rebirth is all about trust. No baby can be born by not trusting that it will be safe during the birthing process, trusting nature and the universe to allow the birthing process, which is a natural process. And we all go through lots of death and rebirth throughout our lives. But this is one where you can work with the energy. The energy is kind of hectic. Even with the full moon, I felt this is way out there. But stay present, stay with who you are. Don't look too much at what other people are doing and how they are committing or how they are judging, or just stay with what makes sense to you. The love that is present in your world, the beauty that is present within your reality, your home, your space, and see what you can do for others that are struggling with it. But it's not a time to help others that don't want to commit. People need to decide that they want to commit, and then you only put energy into that. I see even with the online yoga classes that I'm giving that people are struggling to commit because their minds are all over the place. And so some of the people say that they'll wait to do the yoga until they feel more at peace. But you've got it the wrong way around. It's all about focusing on how these tools are helping you to find peace and calm. Breathing, meditation, yoga, whatever exercise works for you is an anti-stress. It helps the mind to relax and calm down. Even, like I say, when you're cooking or cleaning or painting something, be aware of the mind and be aware how it dwells and bring it back to the now and into the enjoyment of what is. We are worrying about work and what's going to happen in the future, but that doesn't change what is now. Please be careful to not be 2 or 3 weeks ahead into the worries of what may be, but to stay present where you are. Archangel Raziel is ready to help you with this birthing process so that you might be surprised at the beauty that can come out of this. Please stay present and aware. I'm sending you all lots of love and healing. I'm still available for online readings all over the world. I am only doing it a couple of days a week to also give myself the time to go through this rebirthing process and to be present and aware. But I am still here. If you need to connect with me, I'm still doing animal readings. So please be present, be blessed. Sending you lots of love. Bye.